here at Ewing High School. It's a 1-0 Hamilton West lead. We apologize for some of the technical difficulties. Blue Devils, they've got the bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the first, and the batter is the cleanup hitter Ryan Gregg, who with that swing and a miss is now behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Earlier in this half inning, Joey Andreas and Jake Mignona both singled. Sam Leibowitz would walk to load him up. Bryce Bolognini on the mound for Hamilton West. He delivers a 1-2. That skips away. Here comes Andreas for the plate. He'll cross, and this game's even at 1. Wild pitch allows all 3 runners to advance. In the top of the first, the way that the Hornets got their run across the plate, A.J. Madalena led off with a double. Simeon McDaniel would strike out, but a Derek Anson single would put runners on the corners. Bryce Bolognini grounded out softly to second base, allowing Madalena to score. That gave the Hornets a 1-0 lead. Ewing has now since answered, and still nobody out. Runners on second and third. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryce Bolognini for Hamilton West this season, as he gets a called strike 3 for the first out. Bolognini this year, this is just his second appearance. Hasn't allowed, or has allowed 3 earned runs. Allowed 3 earned runs last time out, April 26th against Haddonfield. Today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by Kessel Dermatology, Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Hamilton Township School Districts, all funeral homes, the New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trentonian, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township, Haldeman Ford, Blend Restaurant, the Italian People's Bakery, and Hyundai of Trenton. This counts now a ball and a strike on Michael Gamboa Oldini, the third baseman for the Blue Devils. Hamilton West entering this game 9-8, Ewing at 2-10. The 1-1, fastball, just missed, no, late strike call, it's 1-2.
A bit of a delayed strike call from the home plate umpire.
So runners on second and third. A strikeout would be huge for Bolognini, and he picks it up. Back-to-back Ks, and now 2 are gone for the pitcher Carlos Paredes.
Bolognini had been struggling with his command a little bit in the early going. Seems to have settled down now with 2 consecutive strikeouts.
Batter now for Paredes. He swings and misses. It's 0-1. This is the second time Bryce Bolognini has faced Ewing. He did so on this field last season. Went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 earned runs, walked 4, and struck out 6. This one got a piece of Paredes' foot. And so the runners on second and third will have to hold. They're going to be loaded once again now with 2 gone, and the batter will be Wilfrey Rodriguez.
Big opportunity for Rodriguez here, 2 down, but the bases loaded. Chance to put his team ahead here in the bottom of the first.
It is a Ewing team that comes in averaging just over 4 runs per game. The problem has been they're allowing over 8, which is 3rd worst in the CVC, behind West Windsor, Plainsboro South, and Trenton. This one gets away from the catcher Zuccarello. Coming for the plate is Mignona, and the Blue Devils have scored a pair of runs on a pair of wild pitches, and they take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, I think Bolognini just needs to take a deep breath and calm down out there. As you said, only his 2nd time out on the mound of this season, so maybe a little bit of jitters going on. His command has been an issue here in the first inning.
Facing Wilfrey Rodriguez, who enters this game hitting just 120. And now ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. The wind has been whipping all day here at Ewing, and we've got some cloud cover now. The hope is that we can get through this game after it was postponed yesterday. 2-0 from Bolognini is a fastball. It's lined foul down the right field line and back out of play. Wilfrey Rodriguez, he's hitless in his last 3. Doesn't have a knock since April 24th. Does have a 4-game on-base streak going, though, and this one's lined towards right center field. That ball's getting down. There's the hit. It's going to score a pair of runs. Rodriguez will hold up at first, and it's a 4-1 Ewing lead.
This is a really nice swing by Wilfrey Rodriguez, staying with that one, taking it to the opposite field, not trying to do too much. He gets it down, he gets a base knock, ends that offer, and drives it in a pair.
All of a sudden, the Blue Devils offense that hadn't been too impressive really the entire season, they've now scored 14 total runs in their last 2 games. They're coming off of a 10-0 Mercy Rule win in 5 over Princeton on Friday. That win for them snapped a 7-game losing streak. The 10 runs, they did so on just 6 hits and took advantage of 7 walks. This inning now 3 hits, a walk, a hit by pitch, and a pair of wild pitches. And they've certainly responded after Hamilton West struck first.
We're starting to get a few droplets of rain as that dark cloud hovers over us. We'll see how that affects this game here today.
Been scattered storms in the area today. The batter now is the 8th hole hitter, Connor Lane, the left fielder. Connor Lane, he's just 1 for his last 14, but he just watched his buddy Rodriguez break out of a bit of a slump. Looking to do the same, comes up empty on a first pitch heater.
Healthy cut right there by Lane. He's not able to time it up.
0-1 is another fastball just off the outer edge, and the count's even. For Ewing, their only wins this season are here at home against Nottingham and against Princeton. 1-1 is skipped to the backstop, and advancing to second goes Rodriguez. Takes a big turn there, but he'll hold up. It's already the 3rd wild pitch of this inning. And Bolognini really struggling with the command. And A.J. Zuccarello behind home plate really hasn't had much that he could do. Another fastball, it missed again, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Mason Bourne waits on deck. He would be the 9th man to come to the plate if Bolognini loses Connor Lane right here. 3-1 pitch is down low, ball 4, it gets away again. It's going to be the 4th wild pitch. Up to third goes Rodriguez. It's another walk, already the 2nd of the inning. And here comes Mason Bourne.
Good at bat so far for Ewing, not trying to do too much and being patient at the plate as they have a wild pitcher on the mound.
It's prompted some bullpen action already for Hamilton West. It's the freshman Luke Radoslovich who's getting loose back behind home plate. It's the first pitch to Bourne, drops in for strike 1. They've got the runner picked off at first. Now the throw down to second is in time. And so Hamilton West is able to escape any further trouble with the caught stealing. 4 runs do cross the plate for Ewing in the inning. We'll go to the second, 4-1, Blue Devils on top.
Move this under here.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, this is Dr. Rocco, Superintendent of Hamilton Township School District. I'd like to wish all of our student athletes and coaches a great spring sports season, and I'd like to wish all of our HTSD students success in the remainder of the school year.
The 2025 Hamilton Area YMCA Sawmill Summer Camp is open for registration for campers, kindergarten through age 15. Campers unplug, explore, and grow at Sawmill Summer Camp on 50 beautiful acres of outdoor space. Campers enjoy swimming, STEM, sports, games, recreational activities, camper achievement, special events, and theme weeks. For more information about the various camps offered and to register, visit HamiltonYMCA.org. That's HamiltonYMCA.org. Hamilton Area YMCA Sawmill Summer Camp, a great high-quality day camp experience.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. You can visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Back here from Andy Greener Field, campus of Ewing High School, I'm Jordan Hirsch. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Rob Gilmore. 4-1 Blue Devils as we go to the second. For Hamilton West, it's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. That's Dan Tozzi, Bobby Lipset, and Peter Lanoss.
Yeah, and after the way that bottom of the first went, they really need to get some knocks here just to get momentum back in their favor.
This one's popped up right side. Ryan. Yeah, Hamilton West struck for the first run in the top half of the first inning, but some wildness on the part of Bryce Bolognini, the pitcher, helped Ewing score 4 runs in the bottom of the inning. But Carlos Paredes back out there for his second inning of work, and he delivers a slider in the dirt. It's 1-1. Dan Tozzi enters this game riding a 4-game hitting streak. If he's able to extend it to 5, it would be the longest of his career. Also started the season on a 4-game hit streak. 1-1 sails high. It's 2 balls and a strike. Tozzi, a guy who enters this game hitting .327, having himself a breakout year after hitting just .122 last year. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes as he waves and misses at a breaking ball.
Seems to have really found himself this season as a hitter, a lot more comfortable at the plate, getting better cuts and seeing better pitches as well.
That breaking ball tails outside, the count goes full. A part of the reason for Tozzi's success is his patience at the plate. He's walked 10 times this year. That's 3rd on the team. A Hamilton West squad that walked a total of 87 times, and you can make that 88 as Tozzi draws ball 4. It's the first walk of the game issued by Paredes, and the leadoff man's aboard for Peter Lanoss. Or I should say Bobby Lipset. He's a 7-hole hitter in today's lineup, first baseman. Lipset, he's only recorded just 1 hit since April 3rd. It's in his last 16 at-bats. That one rides high and wide for ball 1. That hit did come in Hamilton West's last game, or I should say a couple games ago, last Thursday against Princeton. 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken upstairs for ball 2.
I think 1 for 16 means that he's due.
Well, Hamilton West certainly hopes so, as they try to get some production from the bottom of this order. 2-0. Lipset takes high and wide for ball 3. And Paredes, who had pretty nice command in the first inning, starting to lose it here in the second. That was the problem for him in his first appearance of the year back on April 28th against Robbinsville. Issued 6 walks and hit 3 in just 2 innings of work. Ended up giving up 4 earned runs on just 1 hit. So he drops a fastball in there for a called strike. Here comes the 3-1, and it's taken up high. It's ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Totosi and Lipset have runners on second and first now for Peter Lanos.
Lanos an opportunity to get his team back into the game here. The runner in scoring position. Still nobody out here in the top of the second.
Meeting on the mound, it gives me a chance to let you know the Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health, they're ready to help. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. You can visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. First baseman Ryan Gregg pinches in as Lanos squares. Not hiding what the plan is right here. First pitch is bunted towards third. It's a good one. Gregg cuts it off, and he's not going to have a play. He jumped in front of Paredes right there, and I don't think it would have mattered. That bunt was dead in perfectly. And now Hamilton West has all ducks on the pond.
Yeah, just a fundamentally sound bunt right there down the third baseline. Kind of put it in no man's land, and no play to be made. And now Hamilton West has him loaded with nobody out.
And here comes Tyrone Krupe, who enters this game hitting .254. Krupe takes a first pitch fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Krupe, a 2-sport athlete. You could also see him on the gridiron in the fall. 0-1 pitch is grounded right side. Gregg's got it. He's looking somewhere for a play. Throws to second, and it's just in time to get Lanos. He originally wanted to come home with it. The run does score. They get the middle runner. And so there'll be runners on the corners. It's now a 4-2 ball game.
Yeah, I think he made the right decision there. He wouldn't have gotten the guy at home plate. He goes to second. He gets the force there. And now still a force at second, with 1 out, runners on the corners.
That's a good point. It's a nice play by Gregg to keep the double play in order. Lineup does flip over. Here's A.J. Maddalena, who led off this game with a double last inning. He's squaring, takes up high, runner goes, and the throw down to second's just barely not in time. Joey Andreas double clutched behind home plate, and that might have just cost him a caught stealing. And so now the double play not in order as Tyrone Krupe uses his speed to pick up his team-leading 8th stolen base of the year. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike, so the count goes even. But we thought coming into this one, Rob, that the offenses would play a major role. A couple of pitchers who haven't had that much experience, at least this season.
And so far, that has been the case. Ewing with 4 runs in the bottom of the first, and now Hamilton just scoring their second run here in the top of the second.
That one's off the glove of Andreas. Now coming for the plate is Lipset. He will be tagged out. Andreas got to the backstop and flipped to Paredes covering. So some bad base running now by both of these squads, and both teams have made outs on the base paths. Head coach Jerry Gomez Jr. for Hamilton West wants a word with the home plate umpire. It's a quick one, and there's 2 down.
It's kind of tough to see from our angle. We don't really have a great angle on it, but it was a bang-bang play at the plate. And good hustle by Paredes, by the way, after throwing the wild pitch to get over to home plate and get there to make the tag.
Advancing to third goes Krupe. And Paredes steps off. If you're Hamilton West, trailing right now by 2, obviously still a lot of game to go, but got a pitcher out there struggling with command, and probably not what you want to do there, making an out at home, as that's taken down and in for ball 4. It's already the third walk of the inning issued by Paredes, and so there's runners on the corners once again. The batter will be Simeon McDaniel. McDaniel last inning went down on strikes. Another player on Hamilton West who stepped into a much bigger role this season. First pitch well outside. It's in and out of the glove of Andreas, but it doesn't skip far enough away for either runner to advance. McDaniel last year hit just 190 in 21 at-bats. This season, now in 49 ABs, he entered this game hitting 375. One of the tops on this Hornets squad. The 1-0 is lined softly up the middle. It's taken by the second baseman, Bignona. He steps on the bag to retire the side. One run does score on just one hit. One man left for Hamilton West. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 4-2, Blue Devils in front.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes Ewing student athletes good luck this season. Go out there and make it count. Go Blue Devils, says Mayor Bert Steinman. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got new pre-owned cars and trucks and SUVs, as well as work-ready trucks and EV vehicles as well. Coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And WBCB sports fans, get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant on 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports, you'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. Check out their menu at blendbar.com. New southpaw out there on the mound for Hamilton West. It's Derek Anson after Bryce Bolognini went just one inning, allowed 4 earned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batter. Also issued 4 wild pitches in that inning. And so now it will be Derek Anson, who in 6 2/3 innings this season, he's allowed just 2 earned runs and struck out 11. His ERA sits at 2.10. It's a simple defensive change as Anson comes in from right field and Bolognini takes his spot out there. On to face 9, 1, and 2 in this Ewing order. Mason Bourne, Joey Andreas, and Jake Bignona. And the first pitch that Anson delivers is down and in for a ball. Bourne was up last inning when a base running mistake ended it. This one's chopped towards third. Double clutching is Tozy, and the throw's too late.
Looked like Tozy couldn't quite get a handle on that one right off the bat and had to double clutch, and therefore the throw to first base was not in time.
We'll be generous and we'll give Mason Bourne a hit on that one. If Tozy was able to get it out of his glove cleanly, he might have had a play. The leadoff man reaches once again. Now the lineup turns over for Joey Andreas. Singled back in the first. And Bourne wasn't inching too far off of first right there. He's able to get back in standing up. For Andreas, that single extended his on-base streak to 7 consecutive games. As he takes the first pitch called strike. He's been on base in now 11 of the 12 games he's played. and continued his dominance against Hamilton West. Overall now 5 for 8 in 3 games in his career against the Hornets. It's a double and a triple, 2 runs scored all time against Hamilton West, and now has the count even at a ball and a strike. Bourne off of first, the 1-1. Fastball just above the letters for ball 2. Another throw over, and again Mason Bourne, who was only a couple steps off the bag, is able to get back in easily. 2-1 breaking ball, chopped foul. Again, just gets a piece of it to stay alive.
Bit of a defensive hack there, just trying to foul that one off and live to see another pitch.
Let's see what Anson does here. Andreas has gotten a piece of a pair of breaking balls, so he goes fastball. This one's looped towards shallow center, going back on its Krupe. It's over his head. Station to station for Mason Bourne. There's runners on second and first with nobody out.
Not the hardest hit ball, but he put it in the right place, right where the 2 fielders could not get to it. He's got himself a base hit.
It's a nice at bat by Andreas, able to stay alive and then getting a pitch he liked and able to do enough to get it into shallow center. So here's the 2-hole hitter, Jake Mignona. He singled and came around to score last inning. Corners pinch in, Mignona squares, can't get it down. And it's 0-1. Mignona 9 for his last 13 after that single last inning. A little surprised that Dave Angebrand has the bunt play on. Team already holding this 2-run advantage. 0-1, Mignona squares again, can't get it down. That's because it skips to the backstop once more. It's another wild pitch for Hamilton West, and now runners at second and third, and Mignona should be able to swing freely.
And by my count, I believe that's 4 wild pitches now.
Yeah, it's the first one delivered by Anson. And AJ Zuccarello's got to be thinking, what more do I have to do? Because a lot of these, I mean, there's not much that he can do behind home plate. 1-1 pitch is delivered high for ball 2.
Yeah, he's going to get his steps in today, chasing after those wild pitches.
Yeah, and you see Jerry Gomez going to his second pitcher in as many innings with the hope that Anson could settle it down a little bit, but now behind in the count, 3-1 is Anson. Hitters count for Mignona. Open base over there at first, and Sam Leibowitz waiting on deck. And Anson delivers a fastball belt high for strike 2. Almost looked like Mignona was taken all the way on that one.
3-2, this is a big pitch right here.
Chance to extend the lead, the 3-2. Fastball blew it by him.
That's a big one to get that first out. Still with runners on second and third.
So 1 down, the batter will be Sam Leibowitz. Oftentimes, Rob, when you've got a pitcher in a jam like this, just trying to get that first out, and once you do, it can be big. So the first pitch to Leibowitz is taken for a called strike, just helping Anson perhaps get some of his confidence back after allowing the first 2 guys to reach. Working quickly, the 0-1, down low for a ball. Sam Leibowitz, he walked. He came around to score thanks to a couple wild pitches and a single. Lines this one into right field. It's going to get over the head of McDaniel and drop in for a base hit. 1 run will score. The throw sails. Holding there at third is Andreas, and Leibowitz just kept on going around first. It's a 5-2 Blue Devils lead.
Nice swing there by Leibowitz. Again, a common theme for the Blue Devils so far in this game is just not trying to do too much, just put it in play. He got a base hit and alert base running. He takes second on the throw.
And so now runners on second and third. Hamilton West will bring the infield in for Ryan Gregg. He bounces it towards third, and it's picked up in foul territory by Tozy. This Ewing offense that didn't do much for the first really 4 or 5 weeks of the season. Really starting to sizzle once this calendar's flipped over to May.
10 runs the last time out, and 5 already today. As the wind is really starting to pick up.
Yeah, our tent right now is doing its best to hang on. 1-1 from Anson. Line drive into right field. That's another base hit. 1 run will score. Leibowitz is around third. He stumbled, and now he's going to have to go back. The throw skips off of Tozy, but Leibowitz is going to stay put out there at third. It's an RBI for Ryan Gregg, and the Blue Devils have rebuilt their lead. It's now 6-2. So here comes Michael Gamboa Oldini, who went down looking last inning. Chance to really make this a big crooked number in the line score for Ewing. On top by 4 here in the second. And that first pitch is taken outside for ball 1. Michael Gamboa Oldini hits in back-to-back games for him. His hit on Friday was his first hit of his career here at home. Anson throws over to first, and Ryan Gregg only had a couple of step lead. Oldini 1 for 2 with an RBI, 2 runs scored on Friday. And now ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Nice looking 2-0 pitch. Gamboa Oldini taking all the way. It's 2-1. And if you're Ewing right now, the goal is just continue to add on. As that breaking ball is taken to the knees for strike 2. Hamilton West, a very fearsome offense.
Yeah, this game far from over with the Hamilton West offense and the bats that they have. The way they've been scoring runs of late.
Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning for Anson. Another big one. There's 2 down now. And here comes Paredes. Paredes was hit by a pitch his last time up, and he goes fishing at the first one. No balls and a strike. Paredes in limited action this season, hitting just 111. He's 1 for 9. Takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. Over belt high for a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and so Anson with a chance to see himself through this right here. 2 runs have already crossed the plate for Ewing. Looking to limit the damage. Thought he did it right there as Zuccarello kind of held the glove for a while on that fastball, but it just missed.
That squeezed a little bit right there. I thought that one looked pretty good.
Runner goes from first, pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. So Derek Anson picks up 3 strikeouts in the inning, but the Blue Devils have 2 cross the plate in between. They hold a 6-2 lead as we go to the 3rd here on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Back here from Ewing High School, it's a 6-2 Blue Devil lead as we go to the 3rd. The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily. They're located on 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Derek Anson digs in against Carlos Paredes and takes the first pitch heater at the knees for strike 1. Blue Devils scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second. Derek Anson, the 3-hole hitter, who singled back in the first, lines this one fair and past a diving Ryan Gregg down the first base line. Hits first and heads for second. He hesitated a little bit, but it's not going to matter as Anson dives in head first with a double.
It's a good rip by Anson, kept it fair down the first base line and able to leg out a double. That big leadoff hit to start the top of the 3rd.
And so now in all 5 half innings in this game, the leadoff man has reached base safely. Derek Anson, he's going to be courtesy run for. Daniel Vergara goes out to second base to take the place of his pitcher. The batter now will be Bryce Bolognini, who's got an RBI in this game. An RBI ground out back in the first that got the scoring started. Takes inside with the slider right there. It's 1-0. This game, of course, still far from over with the offense that Hamilton West features looking to strike back right here. Bolognini takes a strike. It's a ball and 1 strike. On a 1-1, Bolognini turns out of the way of that breaking ball. It's 2-1. Well, last season runs certainly were not at a premium when these two teams matched up in a 12-3 Ewing win. Bolognini takes a fastball and it's 2-2. Ewing in that game, 12 runs on 12 hits, 11 of them were singles. They walked 6 times. Used an 8-run 5th inning to break that one open. Just an interesting note, whenever these two teams match up, the last 6 times that it has happened, the home team has emerged victorious. Couple checks on the runner, the 2-2 from Paredes, breaking ball and a nice block by Andreas.
See if that trend continues today with the Blue Devils playing host this time around.
Yeah, of course, this game, being that it's interdivision, doesn't mean much in terms of the standings. 3-2 pitch is up high for ball 4, and there's 2 aboard now with nobody out. But of course, both teams would like a win. Hamilton West looking to stay hot. They're winners of 6 of their last 8. Ewing looking to win back-to-back games for the first time all season as the CVC tournament fast approaches, now just 3 days away. Ewing, as the 14 seed, drew 3rd-seeded Heightstown on Friday. Hamilton West is going to take on Steinert as the first pitch to Zuccarello, who's squaring, is taken up and away for ball 1. No surprises right here. The 1-0 is dead in perfectly up the third base line. Paredes only has a play at third, and the throw is not in time. Well, we've seen some pretty sweet bunting in this game, Rob, and they're loaded with nobody out once again for Hamilton West.
Yeah, another one put perfectly down the line. I thought Paredes would have had a better shot to get the runner at first, but he elects to go to third and the throw not in time, so the base is loaded. Now the tying run coming to the plate with nobody out in the top of the third. A chance for Hamilton West to get back into this one.
And Joaquin Gutierrez is going to go courtesy run for Zuccarello over at first. Their batter will be Dan Tozy. First pitch to Tozy, fastball grounded towards first, up with it Gregg. He's coming home, the throw's in time, there's 1, and that's all they're gonna get. That ball was hit hard enough that Gregg had the play at the plate. And so they remain loaded now with 1 down for Bobby Lipsett. The lefty digs in and takes a called strike at the knees. We saw that same play last inning with Gregg. He wanted to come home. The ball just wasn't hit hard enough, and the only play he had was at second. He's able to keep that run off the scoreboard at least for now. 0-1 from Paredes. In there for strike 2. Lipsett walked, and then he was thrown out at the plate last inning, trying to score on a wild pitch. And backs out of the way of that one, as I think Paredes wanted it to be a called strike 3.
I'm not quite sure where that one missed, maybe a little bit inside.
Bases full of Hornets, and Paredes is going to step off. Now ready with his 1-2, and it's in the dirt, and a nice play by Andreas to keep it in front of him.
Yeah, really well done there to get down and block that one from going to the backstop. Otherwise, it's an easy run coming in from third.
This one's lined foul, and look out. Man, Jerry Gomez Jr. dropped to his backside to get out of the way of that, and he gets a dap up from Vergara over there at third.
I think his life just flashed right in front of his eyes right there. That one was right at him.
Went whizzing by over his head. Cat-like reflexes over in that third base coach's box. 2-2 to Tozy. Bounced foul, we'll do it again.
Tozy, a healthy cut right there, just missed that one.
Dan Tosi, who entered this game hitting .327. The team leader in RBIs with 12. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes to count on Lipset.
This is a big pitch coming up.
Full count offering from Paredes. Inside, ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk, and the Hornets draw closer at 6-3.
Good patience at the plate right there, drawing that walk, driving in a run. And Paredes looking a little frustrated out on the mound. I think he's getting squeezed a little bit here. His catcher heading out to try and calm him down a little bit.
It's already the 5th walk allowed by Paredes, the 2nd one this inning. And so they're loaded with 1 down for Peter Lanos. Hornets have had traffic on the base paths in every inning. Still looking to hang that first crooked number, and Lanos with a fantastic opportunity to do that right here. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball, taken down and away. Fastball right there for strike 1. Lanos in limited playing time this year, having a bit of a breakout season. Hit 167 his freshman campaign, 204 sophomore, 229 as a junior. As this one's grounded out towards second. Up with it, Mignona, flip to second, 1 over to first, gets away. 2 runs are gonna cross the plate because of it as it rolls out of play. And so Lanos is gonna be awarded second on that. And it's a 6-5 ball game.
That's a big break for the Hornets right there, as that was a tailor-made double play ball and just not a good throw to first base.
And so it's a fielder's choice E6. And so 1 RBI for Lanos. That one to Tyrone Krupe's taken down low. No balls and 1 strike the count. And that one skips off the glove of Andreas. He doesn't know where it is. Lanos is gonna get third.
And one thing to note that's already come into play a couple times tonight, or today, excuse me, the backstop behind home plate not particularly deep, so a pass ball or a wild pitch. That one's fouled off. A pass ball or a wild pitch, not the worst thing ever, as it's a little bit easier here to recover from that.
Tying run over there at third for Krupe. And he lines it into center field, and that's going to tie this ball game up. Lanos will score. Krupe jogs to first. It's a 6-6 game. The Hornets have scored 4 here in the top of the 3rd.
Oh, we mentioned how this Hornet offense is never out of it, and just like that, 4 runs to tie it here in the top of the 3rd. Hasn't been the cleanest 4 runs ever, but 4 runs is 4 runs.
Hasn't been the cleanest 4 runs, and really hasn't been the cleanest 12 runs that have been scored total in this one. Lineup turns over for A.J. Maddalena, who takes a fastball down and away for ball 1. And Krupe, on defensive indifference, is just going to take second. One-oh pitch, line foul up and over the Hamilton West dugout and back onto the road. Maddalena 1 for 1. He's reached base safely twice in this game. Entered hitting just .234 after a .361 campaign last year. As he drives this one towards shallow center, Leibowitz started back, now comes jogging in and makes the grab. But 4 runs do cross the plate in the inning for Hamilton West. This game's even at 6 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, this is Dr. Rocco, Superintendent of Hamilton Township School District. I'd like to wish all of our student athletes and coaches a great spring sports season, and I'd like to wish all of our HTSD students success in the remainder of the school year.
Over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton on 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Hyundai Konas, Palisades, Tucson, Santa Fe's, and Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. No one has the selection or the special pricing that Hyundai of Trenton has. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars. If you were ever thinking of a new car, SUV, or EV vehicle, now is the time to buy at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Remember, 1,400 tariff-free cars waiting for you to test drive now. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Back here from Andy Greener Field, where we've got a 6-6 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. And Rob, I think the run scoring is far from over in this one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 12 runs in the first 2.5 innings, and I think we get a lot more left. The way this one's gone, pitchers have not been sharp, the defense has not been great, and the hitting has been pretty good.
7, 8, and 9 due up for the Blue Devils as Wilfrey Rodriguez, the shortstop, takes a called strike. Rodriguez had a 2-run single back in the first. At the time, that gave Ewing a 4-1 advantage. Wave and a miss right there, quickly 0-2.
And he ended a long offer with that base hit, so maybe that unlocks a little bit of confidence at the plate.
Not right there, though. He goes down on 3 pitches, and Zuccarello finishes off the strikeout. 4th strikeout of the day for Derek Anson on in relief. That's the first leadoff batter not to reach base in this game. And here comes Connor Lane. Lane walked but was caught stealing his last time up. Still 1 for his last 14 and now behind 0-1. Sky starting to look a little less threatening here in Ewing. That breaking ball drops in just below the knees and the count's even.
And the wind has died down just a tad.
Now it's more like baseball weather. They're kind of scrambling all around with the equipment in the first couple innings. It's a 1-1 pitch. Line drive into center field. Nice contact there for Connor Lane. Snapping his 1 for 14 skid. Second time he's reached base in this game. And he's aboard for Mason Bourne.
Had some good cuts from both sides in this game so far, but that might be the hardest hit ball that we've had yet. Line drive into center field.
Bourne check swing, and he went around fully. No balls and 1 strike the count. Bourne singled, came around to score back in the 2nd. As that one's taken down and in. Bourne led off that inning, so of course he reached base. He's now recorded a run in 3 consecutive games. And that one bounces and it hits off the glove of Zuccarello. Another wild pitch for Hamilton West as Lane advances to second. 2-1 pitch. Man, that one bounced in the dirt. Nothing Zuccarello can do, and advancing to third goes Connor Lane.
So back-to-back wild pitches now. That brings the count up to either 5 or 6.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Hamilton West, what do you do now if you've got both pitchers that just haven't really been too sharp and just keep uncorking these to the backstop? 3-1. Fastball, line drive, caught by McDaniel. Throw back to third, and the tag is down in time. Not your typical double play. Draw that one up 4-5, but it gets the job done, and Hamilton West escapes trouble here in the bottom of the third. Their bats go back to work when we return. 6-6 game. We'll go to the fourth here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. Visit HamiltonNJ.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. Off to the fourth we go here from Ewing, 6-6 game. And so for Hamilton West, it's going to be 2, 3, and 4 in their order. Simeon McDaniel, Derek Anson, and Bryce Bolognini due up. The first pitch to McDaniel is a strike on the inside corner. McDaniel so far 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. He's also grounded into a fielder's choice. It's the fourth inning, but he's the only Hornet to have not reached base in this one. A 1 from Paredes drops in there for strike 2. Ewing was able to escape last inning with a 4-5 double play on a line out to second base as McDaniel goes down swinging. So good morning, good afternoon, good night, and there's quickly one away.
Couple good pitches there by Paredes. See if these pitchers can start to get settled in a little bit.
Yeah, we saw the first scoreless frame put up in this one last half inning. Derek Anson digs in and takes a breaking ball that just misses. Yeah, Ewing was able to escape that jam. The line out to second that was, or Hamilton West able to escape the jam. The line out to second that was caught by McDaniel. And then it was Connor Lane who was caught off of third. Now a 2-ball, no strike count on the pitcher Anson. Fastball just misses, now 3-0 as Ewing has some bullpen action. Josh Torado getting loose. Fastball over, belt high, 3 balls and a strike. Paredes so far in this one, he's already walked 6 through 3 1/3. This one's grounded out towards second. Up with it, Mignona, and there's quickly 2 down.
Wind's still whipping around a good bit, currently blowing in from left field.
Yeah, we haven't seen any balls really hit high in the air in this game. Anything in the air is going to be an adventure. A lot of hard ground outs and line drives, however. First pitch to Bolognini, he bends out of the way.
Yeah, nothing yet really hit deep into the outfield, and I don't think that we're going to see anything hit particularly deep with the way the wind is blowing.
It's down and in, it's 2-0. Yeah, really the deepest fly ball we've had was the double off the bat of AJ Madalena that started this game. That one sails high and wide for ball 3. Well, Carlos Paredes looking to work the first 1, 2, 3 inning for either side. Gonna have to come back against Bolognini if he wants to do so. And he can. It's a 4-pitch walk. The 7th of the game for Paredes. And it extends the frame for AJ Zuccarello. Already the 2nd time Bolognini has walked, and now the 6th time in his last 2 games. And Joey Andreas wants a word with his right-hander. Gives me a chance to let you know that Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes all Ewing student athletes the best of luck this season and encourages them to give it their all. Go Blue Devils, says Bert Steinman. So here's Zuccarello. He's 1 for 2 with a bunt single and a flyout. Back with a head-first dive is Bolognini. Torado continuing to get warmed up back behind home plate in the bullpen. Runner goes, pitches down low, and it just skitters onto the backstop. It's an easy stolen base for Bolognini, who takes a pretty wide turn around second, but stays put right there. So runner out in scoring position, the 1-0. Tails away for ball 2. Ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes, and the home plate umpire calls time. Gotta make eye contact. That's the new thing. Zuccarello and Paredes both set. The 2-0. Swinging and a foul tip. It's 2-1. Zuccarello comes up empty right there, so now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good pitch right there. Got him out in front just a little bit. And now a chance to end this inning right here.
Paredes the chance to throw up his first 0 in the line score. Can't right there. The count goes full. open base over there at first. The full count offering is a breaking ball that's hit in the air pretty deep. Going back on it, Leibowitz in center field. He's got room, and he makes the grab. No runs, no hits, one left for Hamilton West. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, even at 6 here from Ewing High School.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. They've got new and pre-owned cars and trucks, SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles as well. Coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford celebrating their 50th year in business. WBCB sports fans get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant on 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports, you'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant. You can check out their menu at blendbar.com. We go to the bottom of the fourth here from Ewing High School. 6-6 ball game. 1-2-3 in the Blue Devils order due up. Joey Andreas, Jake Mignona, and Sam Leibowitz on to face Derek Anson out there for his third inning in relief. Was able to settle down a bit last inning and put up a scoreless frame, and he starts Andreas out with a called strike.
That was a beneficiary of a big double play.
Ground ball out towards first, taking it on a pair of hops is Lipset, and he'll take it to the bag for the 3 unassisted, and there's 1 down. So now their batter will be Jake Mignona, 1 for 2, a single, a run scored, and a strikeout. Mignona coming into this game, a career .341 hitter, who's now 9 for his last 14 as part of a current 5-game hitting streak. He's been on base in all but 1 games this season and is in 17 of his last 19 going back to last year. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Mignona last season against Hamilton West went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored.
All right, come on, let's go.
2-1 pitch, fastball just below the knees, and it's 3-1. Hitters count for Jake Mignona, and he takes, and it's a breaking ball that drops in for strike 2.
It's a good pitch right on the outside corner.
Anson looking for another strikeout, and Mignona had other ideas right there, fouling it to the backstop. And down low, ball 4. That's the first walk issued by Derek Anson. And it puts a runner out there at first for Sam Leibowitz. Leibowitz has reached base safely twice. He's also driven in a run. And he lines this one towards left center field. On the run is Lanossi's not going to get there. Then it skips by him. Madalena has to go back to pick it up, and his heads-up reflexes are going to hold Mignona out at second. And so now 2 aboard with 1 down, and the batter will be the cleanup man, Ryan Gregg.
Yeah, I really thought Mignona should have gotten to third there with the bad bounce that took out in left center field. Looked like it hit a rut out there and bounced away, but as it stands, runners on first and second.
The first pitch to Gregg is taken up high. Ryan Gregg, a 2-sport athlete, another one of them in this game. Gregg, also the quarterback on the football team here at Ewing, has over 1,200 total passing yards in his 3-year career. They throw behind the runner at first, and Leibowitz is back. Counts now 2 balls and no strikes. Gregg actually had probably the best game of his career on the gridiron against Hamilton West a couple of seasons ago. Went 13 for 21 with 237 yards in that game. As he takes a fastball at the knees, it's 2-1. Hamilton West, they did get the last laugh, however, winning 29-21 for those who are interested. 2-1 to Ryan Gregg, below the knees for ball 3.
There's a very good chance that game was broadcast right here on the WBCB Sports Network.
If it was, we'll have to go back and watch Gregg's performance as the 3-1 pitch is outside for ball 4. And now the base is full of Blue Devils with just 1 out. Michael Gamboa Oldini will be the batter.
Big opportunity here for Ewing to retake the lead. And a mound conference being called by the Hornets.
It gives me a chance to let you know the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Or drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily. You can have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery on 63 Butler Street is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon, as well as the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Bases loaded, the batter, Michael Gamboa Oldini. And he takes a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. Well, Gamboa Oldini with a chance to make up for his last 2 at-bats. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Zuccarello. Gamboa Oldini looking to extend his hit streak to 3 consecutive games. And another nice play by Zuccarello behind the dish. It's 2-1. Two balls and 2 strikes. I don't think Gamboa Oldini saw that one all too well. Anson looking for his 5th strikeout, and it would be a big one. And Gamboa Oldini stays alive and lines it back towards the bullpens.
It's a defensive hack right there. He couldn't really do much else with that pitch.
A chance to give the Ewing Blue Devils the lead back. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. It's a hat trick of strikeouts from Michael Gamboa Oldini, and there's 2 down. And here comes Carlos Paredes.
That's a big one right there. Now it's up to Paredes to put his team in front. Otherwise, it'll be a wasted opportunity for the Blue Devils.
Well, Paredes 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and he's struck out. Paredes now 1 for 10 on the season. Chance to help his own cause. That one's taken just a bit high. It's 1-1. Anson looking to escape trouble once again. The 1-1 pitch is taken outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Nothing up. Don't chase.
Mignona on third, Leibowitz on second. Ryan Gregg over at first. On a 2-1, Paredes takes a fastball over for strike 2. Ground ball towards third, up with it, Tozzi's gonna take it to the bag, and he's just there in time ahead of Leibowitz. Bases loaded, 1 out jam, and Derek Anson works his way out of it. We remain even at 6 as we go to the 5th here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, this is Dr. Rocco, Superintendent of Hamilton Township School District. I'd like to wish all of our student athletes and coaches a great spring sports season, and I'd like to wish all of our HTSD students success in the remainder of the school year.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. And Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman is cheering on all of our student athletes as they hit the field, court, and track this season. Best of luck to the Blue Devils. Go out and give it your all, says Mayor Bert Steinman. We go to the 5th here from Ewing High School. This game's even at 6. It got off to a ferocious start. It was 6-6 after the top of the 3rd inning concluded, and we've been stuck there ever since. It's going to be 6, 7, and 8 due up for Hamilton West. Dan Tozzi, Bobby Lipset, and Peter Lanoss on to face a new arm out of the Ewing pen, Josh Torado. 14 1/3 innings pitched this season for Torado. He sports a 3.91 ERA, which is tops on this Blue Devils team. He struck out 10 and walked 12, also given up 12 hits.
Yeah, after a lot of scoring in the first really 3 innings of this game, both teams being able to pitch their way out of jams the last couple of innings. Scoring has stopped, but the base runners have still been coming in bunches.
And Torado looking to continue that trend, at least in terms of the scoring. This is his first appearance since April 14th as he delivers a first pitch breaking ball down and in. And that game against Princeton allowed to just 2 earned runs, 5 runs total in 4 1/3 innings. Wind starting to pick back up. Counting a ball and no strikes on Dan Tozy, who's 0 for 1 with a walk, and he's also grounded into a fielder's choice with the bases loaded. Count even 1-1 as he takes a fastball in the outer third. I feel like we've just been surrounded by dark clouds, but really not much in the way of precipitation today, as that breaking ball is over for strike 2.
Finally getting a little bit of sunlight popping out of the right field corner.
And through the sunshine, a nice block that time behind home plate. Nice pick by Andreas. Doesn't mean anything, but it's now 2-2. Breaking ball just outside. Tirado, not much of a strikeout pitcher. Averaging just about 4 Ks per 7. But he gets Tozy to go down swinging right here, and he starts the 5th with a K.
Got him to chase the high cheese right there.
One away, the batter will be Bobby Lipset, who's walked a couple of times. Lipset takes a first pitch fastball inside for ball 1. That one well outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So while Lipset, he's only recorded just 1 hit since April 3rd. He's been a guy that Hamilton West has counted on today to get on base, and he's been part of all that traffic that the Hornets had the first couple of innings. 2-0 pitch is over for strike 1. Line drive on 1 hop, taken by Mignona, and he's got the easy play over to first, and 2 are gone, and here comes Peter Lanos. And now the 5th inning has gone the exact same way as the 4th inning started, with a strikeout swinging and then a ground out to second.
Yeah, 2 quick outs here. 1 out away from an inning with no base runners.
It would be the first 1-2-3 inning that we've had. Lanos comes up empty right there. It's 0-1. Lanos has reached on a bunt single back in the 2nd. Had an RBI fielder's choice in the 3rd and then came around to score. 0-1. Ground ball sharply towards 3rd and past the diving Gamboa Oldini and down the line. Lanos is going to have to hold it first as Lane does a nice job getting to it. That's a 2-out single, and it extends the inning for Tyrone Krupe, the 9-hole hitter.
Lanos, a good swing right there to keep that one fair down the third base line, just out of the reach of the third baseman. And we do not get a 1-2-3 inning.
Still searching for our first one of the afternoon. First pitch to Krupe, fastball taken at the belt. This one shot towards center, coming on Leibowitz. It's going to drop in front of him. And Tyrone Krupe has his second hit of the day. And so now 2 are aboard, and A.J. Maddalena will be the batter. Maddalena checked his swing, but he went around. And it's 0-1. Maddalena 1 for 2, a double and a walk. He's come around to score. Came into this game hitting .375 and a chance to put his team back in front. This one's popped up back of third, and nobody's going to have a play as it drops in foul territory. Hornets led 1-0 after the top of the first. Hamilton West would strike for 4 in the bottom of the inning. They held a 6-2 lead at one point. The Hornets scored 4 in the top of the third, and we haven't had any runs since. Dorado looking to continue that trend with an 0-2 pitch. It's popped up back of third again into foul territory, a little higher, but again, no play. Breaking ball up high. Maddalena has to turn away from that. Dorado was able to get the first 2 batters of this inning rather quickly. Having to dance around some trouble again. Fastball down low. Every pitcher that's towed the rubber in this game has had to work around some trouble on the base paths.
Yeah, it's really been a recurrent theme throughout the whole game. Every single inning, really.
Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 aboard, and the pitch to Maddalena. Tails high and wide, it's a full count. Runners will be off. 3-2 pitch to A.J. Maddalena is outside for ball 4. He comes all the way back from being down 0-2. Draws a walk, his second of the day. Bases loaded for Simeon McDaniel.
Big chance right here for McDaniel. Top of the 5th, a chance to put his team in front.
We'll see. It looks like he's actually going to get called back. McDaniel is 0 for 3. And it's going to be Jaden Jennings on to pinch hit.
So Jennings then with an opportunity to give Hamilton their first lead since it was 1-0.
And Jennings has had just 1 at-bat all season, a senior. Coming up in a big spot right here. Tie game 6-6, top of the 5th. Bases loaded and 2 down. And he swings at the first pitch and lines it into right field. That's going to give the Hornets the lead. 2 runs are going to score. Maddalena's up to third, and Jaden Jennings comes through with a 2 RBI single. It's an 8-6 ball game here in the 5th.
Jennings aggressive at the plate. He inside outs that one into right field, and not bad for just his second plate appearance of the season. A 2-run knock to give his team an 8-6 lead. And
what a spot for Jennings in just his second at-bat of the season comes up clutch, and the Hornets have retaken the lead with a 2-out rally. For as easily as Torado got the first 2 guys in this inning, credit to Hamilton West putting together this spark. The batter now, Derek Anson, he takes in the dirt for ball 1. One-0 pitch, fly ball, straightaway center. Leibowitz is there, and he puts it away to end the inning. 2-run score thanks to a 2-out rally. Jaden Jennings has given the Hamilton West Hornets the lead back. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 8-6, Hornets on top here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, this is Dr. Rocco, Superintendent of Hamilton Township School District. I'd like to wish all of our student athletes and coaches a great spring sports season, and I'd like to wish all of our HTSD students success in the remainder of the school year.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars and trucks and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and EV vehicles as well. Coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow. Celebrating their 50th year in business. We go to the bottom of the 5th here from Andy Greener Field. It's an 8-6 Hamilton West lead, their first lead since the top of the 1st inning. Jaden Jennings coming off the bench cold with the bases loaded and 2 outs and coming through with a 2-run single. He takes Simeon McDaniel's place out there at second base. And now 7, 8, 9 due up for Ewing. Wilfrey Rodriguez set to lead it off. Facing Derek Anson on in his 4th inning of relief and taking a healthy cut right there, and coming up empty, it's 0-1.
See how Ewing responds after falling behind for the first time since the 1st inning.
We're counting out even at a ball and a strike. Rodriguez looking to be the table setter. He's got a 2-run single in this one. Takes a nice looking breaking ball at the knees right there. It's 1-2.
Yeah, it was a big knock for him, part of that 4-run bottom of the 1st.
Swing and a miss. He got him. 6 strikeouts on the day for Anson, and there's 1 down.
Anson's done a great job really settling things down for the Hornets since he came into the game in the 2nd inning. Got roughed up a little bit in the 2nd inning, gave up a pair of runs, but he's settled down since then.
Yeah, he's really settled in nicely. That's the 2nd time he's gotten Rodriguez on strikes. And he delivers a first pitch strike to Connor Lane, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Got to give credit to Hamilton West as well. Trusting their offense, they trailed by 3 to 4 runs for most of this game, came back, tied it. And now holding this 2-run advantage here in the bottom of the 5th, looking to piece together 8 more outs. Lane takes a fastball off the outer edge. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And this breaking stuff from Anson is starting to fool some of these Blue Devils hitters. Another Ewing batter that was way out in front. Goes back to it, it's grounded out towards short. Krupe juggles it, and that's gonna allow Lane to reach first.
Looked like he just overran that one a little bit and had it pop in and out of his glove. So a break for the Blue Devils, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage of it.
And Connor Lane, not the fleetest of foot. If Krupe was able to come up with it, he would have had him pretty easily at first. So instead, there's a runner aboard for Mason Bourne. He lined into that double play to end the third. Takes the first pitch fastball just low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Ewing had a runner on third base with 1 out and a chance to go back in front. It was Connor Lane who was out there at third, and the line drive that was caught by McDaniel, he then got doubled up. There's a nice looking fastball in there, and it's 1-1. And when you're Ewing trying to pull an upset on a red-hot Hamilton West team, those aren't really the kind of mistakes you can afford to be making, as Lane's back with a head-first dive. That kept momentum in Hamilton West's dugout as well after they'd scored 4 in the top of the third. But Bourne takes another strike. It's 1-2. Breaking ball that's outside according to the home plate umpire. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blue Devils had a chance in the 4th inning as well with the bases loaded, and 1 out and couldn't get a run across. This one's down low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's really been the difference in this game, Rob. Hamilton West, they've just taken advantage a little bit more of some of the opportunities they've been gifted.
Yeah, it's really been the big thing so far.
Now throw behind first after the strikeout, and back with the dive is Lane. So now 2 away, lineup flips over for Andreas.
Early on in this one, it was the Blue Devils taking advantage of those opportunities, but that kind of ceased after the 2nd inning. Meanwhile, Hamilton has just kept clawing away. They tied the game, and last inning were able to take the lead.
Andreas, first pitch he takes, and it's a fastball in there for strike 1. And Joey Andreas, he's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. He's scored a run, he's stolen a base. Another good-looking fastball, bottom of the zone for strike 2. I think it's pretty safe to say Derek Anson has found his groove out there on the mound. Looking to throw up another 0. Runner goes, 0-2 pitch, outside, throw down to second base is not in time. And Jaden Jennings got the tag down there on the helmet of Connor Lane, but he was able to get his foot in there, and he's out in scoring position. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
A good jump for Lane, able to steal that bag. Close play at second, but had it by a good margin.
A 1-2 pitch, grounded foul up the third base line. So Andreas with a chance to cut this deficit in half. 1-2 from Anson. Fly ball right field. Bolognini doesn't have to move much, and he puts it away to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 man left for the Blue Devils. We'll go to the 6th. Hamilton West looking to build on this 8-6 lead when we come back on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
WBCB sports fans, get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant on 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports and you'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. Check out their menu at blendbar.com. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit trentonthunder.com. That's trentonthunder.com or call 609-394-3300. Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes Ewing student athletes good luck this season. Go out there and make it count. Go Blue Devils. Well, for the Blue Devils, they trail right now 8-6 as we go to the 6th, as Josh Dorado just finishing up his warm-up tosses out there for his second inning in relief. Just looking to keep the deficit right here, as Hamilton West used a 2-out rally to retake the lead back in the 5th. Now they're going to send 4, 5, and 6 to the dish this inning. Bryce Bolognini, AJ Zuccarello, and Dan Tosi. And Bolognini today, he's got an RBI ground out and a pair of walks. Started this game, went just 1 inning, allowed 4 earned runs, and takes the first pitch breaking ball down and away.
Hornets will love to get some insurance here late in this one, holding on to a 2-run lead. I'm sure they'd love to increase that, especially with the way that this game has gone.
Yeah, Derek Anson out there on the mound. He's done a nice job settling in. He's right now at 86 pitches, though, so probably not going to be able to go the full distance unless he's able to keep his pitch count down low the last 2 frames. Can only throw 110, so 24 away from that. One-two pitch to Bolognini is up high. The addendum to that 110 pitch rule is if he's in the middle of an at-bat and reaches 110, he is allowed to finish out that AB before he would have to be pulled. 2-2 from Torado. Ground ball towards first, sharply hit and fair right underneath the glove of Ryan Gregg and down the right field line. Bolognini hits first and heads for second. He's there with a head-first dive. Gregg never made contact, so that's going to be a leadoff double. And Bolognini's out there in scoring position now for Zuccarello.
Gregg unhappy with himself after that one, realizes he just took his eye off the ball and came up a little bit early. Went right under his glove. That's a big start to the inning for the Hornets.
And now trouble with Zuccarello coming to the dish. He swings at the first pitch, hits it out towards shortstop. Rodriguez has it go underneath his glove. That's going to allow Bolognini to score. That one will be an error, and it's 9-6 as Rodriguez just couldn't scoop it cleanly. And Hamilton West builds onto their lead. They're up by 3.
That's a huge error right there and a huge run for the Hornets.
And just like that, a run has scored in this inning as Hamilton West strikes very quickly. And now Joaquin Gutierrez is going to be the courtesy runner for Zuccarello. Only took a few pitches for the Hornets to get one across. Still nobody out. Here's Dan Tozy. This one goes to the backstop, and it's going to allow Gutierrez to go to second.
Things kind of unraveling a little bit for the Blue Devils. Some shoddy fielding and now a wild pitch.
I think Andreas is feeling it a little bit behind home plate, so while they tend to him, we're going to step aside here. 9-6 game here in the top of the sixth. We'll be back in a bit here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Back here from Ewing High School. Good to see Joey Andreas staying in this game. We believe that he took that last wild pitch off of his forearm. Got tended to, took a couple warm-up pitches, made sure he could stay in, and he will. So 1 ball, no strike count on Dan Tozy. And the pitch is swung on, hit towards third, and that's fair down the line. Gutierrez rounds third and comes home. And just like that, 2 runs have scored, and up to second base goes Tozy with a double. It's a 10-6 Hamilton West lead.
That's a big hit for Tozy and another insurance run for the Hornets as they push their lead to 4.
RBI in the box score for Tozy, and 3 batters have come to the plate, and 2 have already scored in the 6th. And here comes Bobby Lipset.
Still nobody out, and now runner in scoring position. Chance for the Hornets to really blow this game wide open here in the 6th.
Lipset today 0 for 1. He's walked twice. He's also grounded out. He takes the first pitch that sails to the backstop. Nothing Andreas could do right there, and Tozy takes third.
We might be approaching a record for wild pitches in this game.
Yeah, of course we don't have the official number, but I think you're right, Rob. We've got to be getting there, at least for this season. 1-0, and Lipset has to turn out of the way of that one. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Swings away, line towards left. It's falling fast, and it drops off the glove of Connor Lane. Cruising home is Tozy. Lane kind of misread that one. By the time he picked up the baseball, it was too late. It's now an 11-6 ball game, and now 3 hits and an error have allowed 3 to cross here in the 6th. And I think Dave Angerbrandt, he's not going to be able to make a move unless he brings in one of his position players. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Hamilton West. It's going to be Jeffrey Segura. He's going to pinch hit for Peter Lanoss.
Yeah, that one's just a tough play for the left fielder, and with the wind blowing the way that it is, might have played some tricks on him a little bit, and he misjudged it.
We'll see if Angerbrandt makes a move here. And it looks like that's what he's going to do, so believe we'll have a pitching change, and we'll be back with the new pitcher right after this. 11-6 game here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Back here from Ewing High School, it's an 11-6 Hamilton West lead, and with no outs in the top of the sixth, the new pitcher for the Blue Devils is Jake Mignona, who in just 3 innings of work this season, he's given up 3 earned runs and struck out 5. A whole slew of defensive changes we'll let you know about in a bit. Jeffrey Segura is the pinch hitter for Hamilton West. 3 already home in this inning, and Segura loops this one back of short. That's going to drop for the 4th hit of the inning. Up to second base goes Lipsa, and there's 2 aboard with nobody out. That ball was looped over the head of Joey Andreas, who moves from catcher to shortstop. Wilfrey Rodriguez from short to second base. Josh Tirado from the pitcher's mound to third base. And Michael Gambino Oldini is now behind the plate. And now it'll be Tyrone Krupe, the 9-hole hitter, who's got a pair of hits in this one. He comes up empty right there. It's 0-1.
Seems like everybody's got a pair of hits, at least for the Hornets.
Yeah, Hamilton West, they've struck now for 9 unanswered runs after being down 6-2 in the third. 0-1 from Mignona. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. Well, he talks about it, right? Hamilton West averaging 9 runs per game in their last 8. That number is going to move on up. It's going to be the 4th time and now in their last 9 games they've scored double-digit runs as well. 0-2 to Krupe. Down and away for ball 1. Two on, nobody out. 4 hits already in the inning, and this one's driven out towards right. Mason Bourne ranges back into his left. He makes the grab. Both runners will stay put. And finally for Ewing, they get the first out of this inning. And the lineup will flip over to A.J. Madalena. That's probably the furthest hit ball of this inning, but results in the first out after the first 5 batters went double, reach on an error, double, single, single. And now Madalena, who's walked twice, he's also doubled and scored a run. First pitch takes it well up high for ball 1. Hard ground ball towards second. Up with it, Rodriguez. Go to second for 1. The throw to first is low and dug out by Ryan Gregg. And that's a much-needed 4-6-3 double play. It ends the inning. 3 runs cross. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 11-6. Hamilton West on top.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
25 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit 609 or call 609-394-3300. You could also visit TrentonThunder.com. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's an 11-6 lead for Hamilton West after they got 3 more last inning. They've now scored 5 in the last 2, and Derek Anson continues on now in his 5th inning in relief. Facing Jake Mignona, Sam Leibowitz, and Ryan Gregg. And the first pitch to Mignona is rocketed up the middle for a leadoff single. Mignona's second hit of the day, and now he's aboard for Leibowitz.
It's one of the hardest hit balls we've had yet today. A rope right back up the middle.
Seems like every hard hit ball we've had has gone to center field. A lot of singles in this game. Both teams have really piled it on in the hit category as Anson throws over to first and Mignona's easily back. 5-run game. Ewing hasn't scored since the second. Anson's done a nice job quieting them down. They gotta still feel like, though, they've got a chance, the way their offense was humming early on. The count's now no balls and 1 strike on Leibowitz, who's reached base safely all 3 times. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. That one's outside, count goes even. Hamilton West has some bullpen action. It's Luke Radoslovich who's warming up for the 2nd time in this game. As Anson's pitch count is creeping on up. It's up at 90 right now, so he's got 20 more to work with. 2-1 to Leibowitz, in the dirt for ball 3. Anson a little frustrated out there on the mound.
And that pitch count means that Ewing will likely be looking to work some at-bats here and make sure that he hits that number before the end of this inning, or at least gets very close to it.
Well, Leibowitz has done a nice job here. The count full at 3-2. Fly ball, short center. Going back on it is Jaden Jennings. He's got it on the outfield grass and tries to throw back to first, and it gets away. It's going to allow Mignona to advance. Mignona was kind of just lazily going back into first, and Jennings tried to catch him off guard, but probably would have been better just to eat that one.
Yeah, you almost got him too if the throw wasn't directly in the base path. He might have had him out at first base.
That might be it for Anson. Jerry Gomez is walking out to the mound, and he's going to wait at least to take the baseball right now. And it looks like Anson is going to be relieved. We'll be back with this pitching change in an 11-6 game, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Back after this here on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Back here from Ewing High School, new pitcher for Hamilton West is the freshman Luke Radoslovich, making his first appearance of his career. On with a runner on second and 1 out in the 6th, and he delivers a first pitch strike to Ryan Gregg. 11-6 ball game. Hamilton West on top, looking to make it 7 wins in their last 9 tries. 0-1 from Radoslovich. Line drive towards right field, heading over Bolognini. It drops in fair territory. Blue Devils are going to get a run back. It's an RBI single for Ryan Gregg, and it's an 11-7 ball game.
Ewing not going away easily in this one. A couple of nice at-bats here. They've got themselves back within 4. And still 5 outs to work with.
The second RBI of the day for Gregg. And now Michael Gamboa Oldini, who struck out 3 times, and he takes the first pitch. Fastball belt high for strike 1. Very nice job by Derek Anson out there on the mound. That run is charged to his line. Ends up going 4 1/3 innings in relief. And his line finishes with 3 runs allowed and 6 strikeouts. 1-1 from Radoslovich. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Radoslovich, another 2-sport athlete, also on the basketball team for the Hornets. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, and it just missed. More bullpen action as well for Hamilton West right now. Noah Lesperance getting loose. That one goes between the 5-hole of Zuccarello. That'll be a pass ball, allowing Ryan Gregg to advance.
Come on, Michael.
Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And a called strike 3, and that's the golden sombrero for Gamboa Oldini. A pair of strikeouts looking and a pair swinging, and there's 2 away here in the 6th.
That's a big strikeout right there, too.
And so now with 2 down, the batter will be Carlos Paredes, who's 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. He's also struck out, and he's grounded out. First pitch to him here is a fastball over at the knees. It's no balls and 1 strike. When you're trying to make a comeback, got to get those runners home when they're out there in scoring position. Paredes looking to draw the Blue Devils a bit closer. The 0-1 from Radoslovich is down low. Tell you what, he took a long look there at Gregg. He was still looking at him as he was starting his windup. Little unorthodox for Radoslovich. Here comes the 1-1. It's a fastball. It's hit out towards short, and it hits something. Barehanded by Krupe. He stuck with it. I believe that hit Greg, and if it did, he's out. And now they're pointing him back to second. So I guess it didn't hit Greg. He would be called out if it did. And so that wipes away what was a fantastic play by Tyrone Krupe. And we'll see what the count ends up being.
I'm curious to see.
Right now it says no balls, no strikes. I don't know what that hit.
They're saying maybe it hit the batter's foot?
That would have been a weird hop for hitting the batter's foot. That's in there for a called strike. And if it did, it should have been a strike then. Right now the count here at least still reads 0-1, and actually they put the runner out there at first, so all sorts of confusion. It's a new batter. It's Wilfrey Rodriguez. He grounds it towards second. Up with it is Jennings, and he makes the play. So no harm, no foul. One run does cross. It's an 11-7 game as we go to the 7th here on WBCB.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Hi, I'm Merrill. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. We go to the 7th in an 11-7 ball game. Hamilton West on top, looking for some more insurance. Jaden Jennings will lead it off, and he takes a first pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Jaden Jennings, he gave the Hornets the lead back in the 5th with his pinch hit 2-run single. Just his second at-bat of the season for Jennings earlier on. And now he drives this one out towards left. Lane is there, fighting the wind, and makes the grab.
That ball hit pretty well, but Lane able to stay with it. An easy put out.
So now it'll be Derek Anson, who's 2 for 4, a single, a double, a ground out, and a fly out.
Anson in line to pick up the win if things stay as they are, and he has a chance to help his cause with that right here.
And I'm not quite sure what the holdup is for, as the home plate umpire is in discussion with Jerry Gomez. I think it's because it has to be Radoslovich. Yeah, Derek Anson, who was relieved. Because there was no designated hitter, Radoslovich has to take his place. And so now he'll get his first at-bat. Facing Jake Mignona and takes it below the knees. Radoslovich in 29 at-bats this season, hitting .207. 1-0 pitch is popped up and foul and out of play up and over the Hamilton West dugout. Still haven't had to deal with anything our way.
Don't jinx it.
Got only one inning left. The wind has kind of shifted. It's starting to now blow in from right. It was blowing across from left to right when we got this game underway. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. I think the wind's starting to blow out of the north too, because it's gotten a lot colder here since this game started. 2-1 from Mignona. Hard contact and a base hit into left field for Radoslovich.
What's the old saying, everybody hits?
Literally everybody hits if you're Hamilton West. At least everybody in this game that's come up to the plate for them has reached base. Taking a look at this scorecard, it would be correct, yes, everybody hits. All 11 Hamilton West batters that have come to the dish, including the 2 pinch hitters, Jaden Jennings and Luke Radoslovich, have recorded at least 1 hit.
Yeah, that scorecard of yours has got to be a mess right now.
It is, and especially after the last inning where we weren't quite sure what the play was, where the ball hit something, we're not sure what, and they gave Carlos Paredes first base. I just put IDK. The batter now is Bryce Bolognini, and we've got a courtesy runner, Daniel Vergara, out there at first. 1-0 pitch is up high. Well, when 18 runs get scored and the pitchers have been pretty wild all day long, you end up with a rainbow of a scorecard when you use the multicolored pen like I do.
Oh, man.
2-0 from Mignona, inside for ball 3.
I remember it was maybe a couple of years ago, I was listening to a Phillies game, and Larry Anderson made a very similar comment about using the multicolor pen on his scorecard for a bit of a wild game.
It just gives me more validation when the professionals use it too, as that one's in there for a called strike. It was funny, last night, I was watching some of the NBA playoffs. I was watching the Celtics-Knicks game, and Kevin Harlan was on the call, and at one point they showed him on camera, and he was using the pen as well.
It's a popular pen in the broadcasting industry. Really serves a lot of purposes.
It is, and it's about to write a walk down in this scorecard for Bolognini for the 3rd time today. And so now 2 are aboard with 1 down for A.J. Zuccarello. Wrote it down in green, by the way, because whenever a batter reaches base on anything other than an error, it's green, red for everything else.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to color code it.
Makes it easier to look at, too. Be able to deliver all this information to our lovely viewers. I was about to say lovely listeners, so I guess they're listening and watching. Probably could be used interchangeably if I wanted to. 1 ball, no strikes account on Zuccarello. Chance to extend this lead even further for Hamilton West, and he takes a fastball at the knees. It's 1-1. You know it's a long game whenever I start talking about the pen. It's not the first time I've done it this season, too. Me and Fish were going back and forth 1 game at Lawrence earlier this year. As this one's in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. That's because this is not the first multicolored pen I've used this season. The last one that I had finally gave out on me after 2 years.
You got some good mileage out of that one.
I did. It was a trooper. Two-1 to Zuccarello. Line drive foul down the left field line. It was even weirder because the color that gave out on me was green, which you would think red would have gone first, because typically in a game you're going to use the red more than you use the green just because there's more outs than hits, except maybe in this game. And me and Fish couldn't figure out why it was the green that gave out first. 2-2 pitch from Mignona is down low in the dirt for ball 3. So if any of our viewers / listeners can answer that question, it would help me sleep at night. Full count offering from Mignona, and he gets A.J. Zuccarello to swing and miss. So that's Mignona's first strikeout, and there's 2 down.
So what color is that? That's red, right?
So that's red, yes, because it's an out. Now Dan Tozy, who's doubled and walked in this game. As that one's taken upstairs. We'll say if this score holds, I think our Italian People's Bakery player of the game is going to have to go to Derek Anson, who came on in relief, really settled down, also went 2 for 4 with a double and a single. You can catch that interview on our YouTube Shorts page shortly following the conclusion of this game, as that one skitters to the backstop and both runners will advance 90 feet.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with that choice. He was pivotal in turning this game around. He was the stabilizing force out of the bullpen. And after giving up 2 runs in his first inning of work, really calmed down and only gave up the 1 after that, which was an inherited run actually given up by the reliever after him.
And Tozy has to lean out of the way of that, so it's 3 balls, no strikes. Anson did a real nice job, picked up 6 strikeouts as well, and quieted a Ewing offense that at one point had scored 16 runs over a 7-inning stretch between Friday's game and today. And I think Tozy was taken all the way right there. It's 3-1. Hard contact, another base hit into left. It's going to plate at least 1 run. Bolognini's getting the wave. Here comes the relay to the plate. It is late. It gets away. 2-run score, and Dan Tozy's got himself a pair of RBIs. It's his 3rd RBIs of the day, and it's a 13-7 lead.
That's a good rip there by Tozy. Put it in the hole between 3rd and short. That's another 2 runs on the board and 2 big ones, padding the lead, putting it back up to 6.
Making it a little bit easier on Luke Radoslavich, who presumably is going to pitch the bottom of the 7th.
Biggest lead of the day for the Hornets.
And Bobby Lipset, it's already a football score, but a chance to make it a more even football score.
Chance to add the 2nd extra point.
Let's see if he can kick it through the uprights right here. No balls and 1 strike. The count on Lipset, and the pitch is down and away. Just missed off the inside edge. Again, same thing. Just a bit inside, and the count now 3 balls and 1 strike with Jeffrey Segura waiting on deck. And that one tails outside, ball 4. Keeps the inning going. It'll give Segura his 2nd at-bat. Second walk of the inning for Mignona, and now he's going to get a word with Joey Andreas, who jogs in from short. Segura singled and is only at bat back in the 6th. And that's way outside. McNona starting to lose his command here. Just trying to get one more out.
They're trying to keep this at a 6-run game.
Hey, Joe.
Checks the runner at second and delivers. Swing and a miss. Looked like Segura was trying to break this game wide open with that swing. Here comes the 1-1. He drives it towards right on the run. And would not have been able to get there. And now 1-2.
That one not fouled by much. Landed pretty close to the down the line.
McNona 1 strike away from getting out of this in a 6-run game, just trying to get his guys back into the dugout. And he can't right there as Segura just got a piece of it to stay alive.
And those are the most frustrating ones as a pitcher, when you think you've got them and just barely gets a piece to keep the at-bat going.
2 on, 2 out, 2 already home in the inning. And that's off the glove of Gamboa Oldini behind the plate, and now it'll be second and third.
Base hit now has a chance to drive in 2.
In the dirt, ball 3. McNona really fighting it here with 2 outs, trying to finish off this frame. Full count offering is hit foul. This game's starting to approach the 3-hour mark. We're about 20 minutes out from that.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little chilly out here too.
Yeah, the wind has picked up, the temperature has dropped, and the inning will be extended as Segura fouls it off of his leg.
Definitely one of the longer high school baseball games I've done in quite some time.
Yeah, you get 20 runs up there on the scoreboard, that'll do it. Could be worse. This game could be played in early April instead of early May.
Yeah.
McNona steps off.
Then again, we don't have lights here, so in early April we might be too dark to continue.
Yeah, Segura keeps spoiling these breaking balls. Yeah, if it was early April, we'd probably be 20 minutes away from having to call it. Could end up like a Robbinsville Hopewell on opening day, where they had to call that game in the 8th in a tie game. And both teams now just have a 1 in the tie category in the standings. And the home plate umpire calls time as McNona was about to deliver that pitch. With the wind whipping, the 3-2 from McNona is popped up foul and out of play, and Segura continues to battle.
Really good at bat here, just fouling away one after another, staying alive.
And if you're McNona, might as well continue to just fire them in there. You're down by 6. Open base at first, but you know he wants to finish off this inning. It'd be Tyrone Krupe up next. If he gets a chance, it'd be his 5th at-bat out of the 9 spot. 3-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. What a battle it was for Jeffrey Segura, and it's going to end with a 2 RBI single. He's now looking to go to second on the throw. He is in there. What an at-bat by Jeffrey Segura. He extends the inning and extends the lead. It's 15-7, Hamilton West.
Well, he didn't kick the extra point. Instead, he went for the 2-point conversion. Puts his team up by 8.
And how about some of the guys now for the Hornets that have come off the bench? Between Jaden Jennings and Jeffrey Segura, they're combined 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs.
And this is now the most runs that Ewing has surrendered in a game this season.
Groupie swings of the first pitch, hits it in the air, foul territory, left field, and making the catch is Connor Lane to end this inning. 4 more runs do score for Hamilton West. They're on top by 8. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Here from Ewing.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
We go to the bottom of the 7th here from Andy Greener Field. Hamilton West up 15-7, and Luke Radoslovich looking to put the finishing touches on their 7th win in their last 9 tries. Going to be facing 8-9-1. Connor Lane, Mason Bourne, and Joey Andreas due up for the Blue Devils. Hamilton West pushed 4 more runs across last half inning to double their lead, and the first pitch to Lane is in there for a called strike.
See if we can get our first 1-2-3 inning.
You still have not had one of those. That's how you know the offenses have been the main story.
I definitely just gave it the old announcer's jinx by saying that.
1-1 from Radoslovich. And right back to the box. He's going to jog over and make the underhand flip. And the first batter of this inning is retired, and here comes Mason Bourne. For Bourne, the 9-hole hitter, this is going to be his 4th at-bat. He's singled, he's hit into a double play, and he's struck out. Checked his swing, he foul tipped it, so it's a called strike.
Call me.
Breaking ball way outside. Scoreboard here says 1-2, but I think it's 2-1. The first pitch, I believe, was called a ball. Swing and a miss, and nope. Nope, they say 2-2. The home plate umpire made the out signal there, so he's confusing all of us even more. But now we're set. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Bourne. Just outside. Had a lot of those close calls. Zuccarello's just stuck his glove there hoping to get it. Home plate umpires had other ideas.
Yeah, home plate ump clearly not in a hurry to go home.
He's all bundled up, that's why. And that's a called strike 3, so maybe we were wrong, because that one looked to be below the knees, but the home plate umpire, well, had other ideas right there. And it's a second strikeout of the game for Bourne, and now all that's left is Joey Andreas.
On, Joe.
Lefty on righty, the pitch is down low. That pitch is probably called a ball if it's a 1-run game, but in an 8-run game, the strike zone expands. Andreas takes one just above the knees for a strike. Andreas today 2 for 4 with 2 singles. He's scored a run.
He's also gotten his steps in playing catcher, chasing a number of wild pitches.
Ground ball towards third. Tozy gloves it across the diamond, and it pulls the first baseman off the bag. We come oh so close to the first 1-2-3 inning. But the error by Tozy will extend this ball game for Jake Mignona.
Told you I was going to give it the old announcer's jinx there.
And that was kind of the ultimate one, too. It's like if you didn't say that, would the throw have been a little less wide? It gives Jake Mignona a chance. He's got a pair of hits. And he takes down low for ball 1. You saw over there at first base, Bobby Lipsett did everything he could to try to hang on to the bag. In fact, he's practicing it right now in between pitches. Trying to stretch out a little further maybe next time. 1-0 from Radoslavich. Belt high for strike 1.
Yeah, you got to think maybe a left-handed first baseman would have a chance to hold the bag there.
Yeah, Radoslavich had to, or I should say, Lipsett had to reach across his body that time. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball, popped in the air, shallow left. And Segura's there to make the grab, and that will do it here today. Hamilton West picks up their 10th win of the season. They defeat Ewing by the final score of 15-7. They improved to 10-8. Blue Devils drop to 2-11 on the year. In today's game on WBCB, it was brought to you by Kessel Dermatology, Team Toyota, Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, and the Hamilton Township School District, Saul Funeral Homes, the New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trentonian, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Mayor Bert Steineman of Ewing Township, Haldeman Ford, the Blend Restaurant, Hyundai of Trenton, and the Italian People's Bakery. And our Italian People's Bakery player of the game is going to be Derek Anson for Hamilton West. He went 4 1/3 innings in relief, also had a pair of hits, and you can find that interview shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast on our YouTube Shorts page. But for now, one final time for the entire crew. From our broadcast partner, Rob Gilmore, Dan McDevitt, he was our video engineer today. Our intern was Ava Fife. My name's Jordan Hirsch, saying thank you for watching, and have a great night, everybody.